So as we were discussing about the poem, the Brook, so now we will be coming to the stanza 10. So we will be saying, I steal by lawns and grassy plots, I slide by hazel covers, I move the sweet forgot-me-nots that grow for happy lovers. Now here the Brook says, I steal. Now steal here doesn't mean to steal something, but it means that I quietly crosses the lawns. यहाँ का मतलब ये नहीं है कि steal something मतलब कुछ चोरी करना. It does not mean that, but it means that I quietly crosses the lawns and grassy plots. Means the gardens. The grassy plots means the gardens. And then it says, I slide by hazel covers. Now hazel means the small trees or bushes that are having the hazelnuts. You already heard about the hazelnut chocolates. So they are talking about the small trees or bush with the hazelnut. And it crosses the hazel garden also very quietly. Now they also crosses the hazel garden and they crosses it very calmly, very quietly. And then it says, I move this sweet forgot-me-nots. Now forgot-me-nots means the small flowers which you give to your happy lovers, and flower name is only the forgot-me-nots. So this is the stanza. The Brook says, when it passing through the plain land, it is not very fast. It does not have a lot of speed and it does not make a lot of noise, and it goes on very quietly. And they talk about the flowers, the hazelnut trees, the forgot-me-nots flower that they grow for the happy lovers, that you give to your happy lovers. Now next, stanza number 11. I slip, I slide, I gloom, I glance. Among my skimming swallows, I make the netted sunbeam dance against my sandy shallows. Now here the Brook says, I slip, I slide, I gloom, I glance. These 4 words depicts the feeling of the brook. They are talking about the feeling of the brook. So the brook is not the same always, but it keeps on changing. And then it says, among my skimming swallows. Skimming means to remove something from the surface. And swallow means a bird which dives into the brook. It's the prey. प्रे आपको पता है हिंदी में इट मीन्स दी शिकार, दैट इज दी फिश. उनका क्या हो गया प्रे, उनका क्या है फूड, द फिश. एंड इट सेज आई मेक द नेटेड सनबीम डांस. इट मीन्स द शैडो ऑफ द सन थ्रू ट्रीज is on the brook. So the shadow of the trees and reflection of sun makes the netted pattern. जब वो आपकी reflection form होती है through the trees, it makes the netted pattern. It is formed when the sunlight passes through the trees and falls on the brook surface. Against my sandy shallows is the base of the brook. Jitna shallow means the depth inside, and it is the base of the brook which is not that deep and has sand in it. उसमें water की जगह there is more sand in it. So they are talking about the sandy shallows. Now next we'll be talking about the stanza. Now I will be talking about the stanza 12. We have talked about 11. Now I will be talking about the stanza number 12. That is, I murmur under the moon and stars in brambly wilderness. I linger by my shingly bars. I loiter round my cresses. Now here murmur means to speak very softly. बहुत softly बात करते हैं. Now the brook murmurs under the moon and stars at the night time. Night time में when it murmurs, it means the brook to speak very softly. It is flowing in a very softly and a calmly manner. In brambly wilderness. Now what does it mean? It is the wild growth of thorny shrubs. Thorny shrubs, the trees, and then it says, I linger by my shingly bars. Shingly again means small rounded pebbles. They are talking about the small pebbles, the small stones. Linger means to spend time. When you are spending more time over there, it means to linger on. I spend some more time on these shingly bars, and then it says, I loiter round my cresses. Now cresses means the leaf plant which is like a cabbage, and I cross it all. Now when They are talking about the murmur कि कैसे रात को वो softly, calmly वहाँ से flow होती है with the brambly wilderness also, वहाँ पे wilderness also of the trees and shrubs. And then it says, I linger by my shingly bar. Shingly bar is a small rounded pebble. It crosses the pebble, small stones also, but in a calmly and quietly manner. And then it says, I loiter round my cresses. I loiter. Cresses means the leaf plant, which is like a cabbage, and it crosses it all. So they have talked about it. Now next, we will be talking about the stanza 13. That is, and out again I curve and flow to join the brimming river, for men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. Now here the brook says, out again, once again it crosses all the hurdles and it curves and it is turning and it flows towards its destination, towards its brimming river. And these in the stanza, again line 2, 3 and 4 are repeated once again. Now the brook wants to stress on it that what it is moving towards its destination, that the brook is moving towards its destinations. And men are temporary. It is transient. The brook is forever. It keeps on flowing. It is eternal and it never stops. So again the comparison has been made between men and the brook. So I hope the poem Brook is clear to you all.